بلاك تابي جيمز. اوكي كونتيننج ورنينج كادن كونتنت ورنينج ده عدي وات ايفر هودي ماي فريند this is a love story. what the hell فاكر انها بتاع لعبة رعب. اوكي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. فيديو جديد من قناة بسن. النهارده هنلعب لعبة تريد البرنسس او اقتل الاميرة. دي عبارة عن انت تروح عند منطقة كده فيها اميرة دي، وانت عندك اختيار انك انت تتكلم معاها او تقتلها او يعيشها في اختيار تاني. فانا نبدأ وندوس نيو جيم. شابتر 1 The Hero and the Princess. اوكي
You're on a path in the
I see.
woods. And at the
nice.
end of that path is a cabin.
اوكي
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
سبحان الله. انا اسف. اوكي انا كمل. بس كنت بس بشوفه هو في بتاع لغه عربيه ولا بس في بس لغه انجليزيه. انتوا حاولوا بقى تفهموا هما بيقولوا ايه. يا رب التجربه بتاع يوتيوب تبقى بالظبط يعني. فانا كمل.
You're here to slay her.
انا عارف. اوكي
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
لماذا؟ Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Okay. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you said that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? What the fuck? Okay. يلا نبدأ من فوق.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Allah.
You have to put an end to her.
Okay. But how can I best look the way the best end of the world? إزاي بقى فعلا؟
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
لماذا يعني؟ أنت فعلا عندك أي بتاع evidence؟
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
ممكن برضه
If you
ممكن.
made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
أوكي لا. أوكي. أي فعلا ممكن.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
ماشي.
Causality doesn't matter here, because
Okay,
the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I see.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. We'll see. Getting a bit difficult bad though. Yep.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Maybe much.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
Yes.
Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
أتفق. أو فعلا ينفعش حد تاني يعملها.
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
للأسف.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Okay. Forget it and don't do this. Yes.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
لماذا؟
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
نعم.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but
Yes.
surely you're not one of those, right?
لا مش أنا عشان درجات الورد.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Continue.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay. هو بيقول لك ممكن أروح يا إما ممكن أهزمها يا ممكن ما أهزمهاش. No case I can take me to do to working no أكتر.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of
Okay.
warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, She could easily trap you in her web of lies.
I see.
And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
اوكي
And
نبدا.
each and every one of us is doomed.
يلا بسم الله.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
اوكي.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Oh,
You'll
that-
find the
I see.
princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's
Okay.
a princess.
مين ده؟
We're supposed to save
Who's of the hero?
princesses, not slay them.
اتفق.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Maybe. بوثير انه كمان. Let's go. هاي بنا.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The
Okay.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
ايه ده انت
The only
انت ثلاثة.
furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a
مسكينة.
pristine blade.
انا عايزة
The
خذها.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
يب. ايه يلا
You take
عبد.
the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
يس. انت بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يلا يا رب.
The door to
Okay.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
I see.
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here,
اتفق.
slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
اتفق. طبعا يا جماعة معلش ان انا بكلمش كتير، انا بس بسمع هو بيقول ايه وانتوا برضه هو بيقول يعني. فانا مش هتكلم كتير يعني.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
وزي اللي يتكلم.
Who's there?
انا.
She sounds dangerous.
يس.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
يب.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I see. Okay. Hey, I think I'm meant to kill you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay. أهلا.
You
أخت.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
أهلا.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the
maybe.
world?
مش قوي يعني، هي مش قوي.
Focus on the task at hand.
أيوة بس ركز.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
قول فيه. اوكي يعني اوكي. اوكي.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife
Yep.
point?
يا
We
باب
should drop it.
المفروض
Don't
يعني.
you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Yep.
Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
اتفق. ضربت.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
يس.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
اوكي يلا يا رب. أهلا.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak
أهلا
to the
أخت.
princess face to face.
اوكي.
Unarmed.
يس.
We'll be fine.
اتفق.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
اوكي.
You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
ليش بيستا لسه اول مرة أقابلك في حياتي. يا it's a bit awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
الله أعلم. معرفش. اوكي.
Believe me.
بس you.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear?
اوكي.
Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
I see. How would I get out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well,
هلا
we can always put that knife to good use.
ماشي.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
لا أنا
She
مش
isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
لا مش مهتم منها والله، مش مهتم منها خالص.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I'm here because you are supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
يب maybe.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
بس
Just
اوكي
how long has she been down here?
الله أعلم.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
فعلا فعلا. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She
قولي.
doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what
Yes,
she'd do
baby.
in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Maybe.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
What?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Maybe.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
يب فعلا.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise,
Okay.
we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I see.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
يس هو فعلا في حاجة يعني مش تمام، مش تمام. هي البنت مش تمام، وبرضه إن حوار إن أنا أقتلها برضه مش تمام. ما أعرفش يعني.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things
Okay.
that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Okay.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
I see.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world?
Okay.
Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Let's see. ما أعرفش.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Hmm.
We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay. What's your name? اسمك فعلا.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
What the
Or
hell?
Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of
لا
her.
للأسف. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Okay. Okay, I'm good enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yeah.
You know why you're here.
أقتلها ولا أطلعها ولا هو ده اللي في النص بتعرف ندعش. ممكن يا اما اعمل ده من ده. اقتلها ولا اخليها؟ I think اطلعها. اطلعها المرة دي. اوكي.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Yes.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're
Yes.
large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
اشوف.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
اوكي.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Yes, maybe.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
فعلا. اوكي.
I'll be here.
You attempt
Thank you.
to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding
What the
into
hell?
place. Is someone else here?
مين؟ حد ولا؟
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
What the hell?
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
What the hell؟ لماذا؟
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
what the hell.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave
لماذا؟
until the task is
ايوه ده
done.
الحل. اوكي لازم ارجع
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier
Yeah,
if
فعلا
you'd
اتفق.
simply slain her like you were supposed to.
فعلا المفروض.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
اوكي
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
اوكي.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
واي.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
ايه انقلقت انا كذا.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's
ادي انا.
arm, just above
What the
the
hell?
massive, unyielding chain.
يا لهوي.
Cut into her flesh.
انا تيما هختار ان انا اعملها سنسر، ان انا احط على اي حاجه عشان بس حاسس ان اليوتيوب مش هيحبها. حاردن.
The blade is
What the hell?
sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
what the hell اعرف ده.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
فعلا.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze
Ah.
meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
فعلا وفيه.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into
What?
the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
what the hell ده هو اللي بيتحكم فيا.
Watch me.
what what the hell. ورن هير.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the
Okay.
princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
يلا what the hell.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
لا يا اخي انا عندي كده. ريزيست.
The blade. Move the blade.
لا ناي.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
يس.
I'll make this quick.
لا دي هيتمني.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
what the hell.
Then she slits your throat with an almost clinical
Yeah.
ease.
قتلتني.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground.
What the
blood
hell?
Flowing from your butchered neck.
what.
This is the end, isn't it?
yes.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
مه نوعا ما. chapter 2 the prisoner. what the hell. احنا هنكمل ولا اموت؟
You're on a path in the
What?
woods,
دي بداية.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
what
And
the
in
hell.
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
what انا هتعرف يا حاج. هتعرف في كل بداية. but anyway.
You're here to slay her.
اوكي
If you
عارفين.
don't, it will be the end of the world.
اوكي. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time
ماشي
either of us have been
عارفين.
here.
اوكي.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
What?
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Okay.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have
Yes,
to keep
maybe.
trying.
voice of the skeptic.
I'm inclined to
There.
agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
yes maybe.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
maybe.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large?
meh.
I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
okay. This is more than I was sure that happened. Yep.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world.
Okay.
So let's just agree to disagree.
يلا. Okay.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge
All-
you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay. ولست.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yes.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
فعلا maybe يعني نعم.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yes.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
اوكي انا بدأت بتكشف الناريتور عندي.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her?
Yes.
Did you say something really mean to me?
What?
Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional,
I see.
after all.
بروفيشنال بيت بتاع اميرة.
Sure you are.
هذا.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If
Okay.
you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What? What the hell ماذا؟
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
اتفق.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
Maybe.
Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different
ممكن ايه ده بس هو الوقت عامة الوقت يعني حاجة ثابتة يعني ماشية طول الوقت فأنا أتوقع إن أنا هميل لحاجة تانية اللي هو فعلا اتنقل لعالم تاني.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
فعلا ايه حصل؟
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything just like I told you she would?
الله أعلم يعني الله أعلم.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin.
Yeah.
For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Maybe الله أعلم.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Okay.
You're talking in circles.
نعم.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Facts. It's a common message.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was able to kill me at the time because she was in my soul how she was in the world.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Okay.
And that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I see.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
يب فعلا.
What proof could you possibly ask for?
أي حاجة.
Literally anything.
يب فعلا.
Fine. Check your pockets.
البوكس. Check your pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words
What the hell?
evidence
إنت هذا.
across the front.
وأنا ولف ولا مكتذب. أتوقع أنا مكتذب.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
What the hell؟ أنا مش فاهم إيه ده. حاسس إن ده يعني مش مظبوط. إزاي في بتاع ورقة في جيبي مكتوب كده؟
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Maybe.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Yep.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
Okay.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yes. Okay, يلا. Who locked the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
What if people look there? Why couldn't they say her? What is wrong to me? فعلا ليه بقى؟
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
Okay.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
What the hell?
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Okay.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But
Okay.
we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Okay. بس السؤال بس الأخير.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us.
Okay.
I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust
لا
me here.
طبعا ساعة تاني بعد آخر مرة أنا مش واثق فيك. بس يلا.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her?
Okay.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
الله أعلم. Find your bracelet or go to the because outside the bracelet. Okay. The only cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Like I said, I'm not sure with the direction coming from you. Don't continue quietly working. Nope. Okay. Nope. ما أعرفش أنا فين.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Okay. بعدين رجع تاني.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
How? What the hell?
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
What? I live again. Okay.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time,
Yeah.
aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies.
Okay.
Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. يعني نمشي.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Okay.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
What the hell?
What's going on?
What?
Where are we?
Happened? What?
Did we do this? Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end?
What? في when you either unwind a physical matter a bit but nothing is quiet. What the hell? What? في What the hell? Your soul. What the? What the hell؟ إذا embrace the soul. لا. مصدوم.